Hi guys, Riley Elwood wants me to make a rubber band crossbow. I don't want to make a powerful one, I want to make a nice one that you can use in the house without killing anybody, hopefully. So I've got my bamboo flower sticks, which are basically the same as barbecue skewers, only they're a little bit longer. These are a bit soft and flexible, so I'll glue a few together to make them a bit stiffer for the shaft or stock, or what you want to call it, and then I'll use a couple for the actual crossbow arm or bow section. I've got a bit of an old ballpoint pen here, so I'll use that as the guide and hot glue it all together. Just putting a few small bits of hot glue in place to tack it together, and then I'll put a complete length of hot glue on and put the third piece on top. It's not perfectly straight, but it's not too bad. That's our 3 stuck together for the body, or whatever we want to call it, stock. I think I'll glue these 2 together for the actual bow. I've trimmed the ends to make sure they're level, and I shall just hot glue that straight on the end there. It's actually got a bit of a bow to it, curve, so I'm having it so it curves upwards, because the guide's going to sit on top anyway. I've marked the centre, so good dollop of hot glue. I've put rings of hot glue all the way round. That'll hold it all together, and I'll do the same round the front here. That'll save having to run any string or wire around it. That'll hold it all together. To hold the rubber bands in place on the bow, I've put some rings of hot glue around the end of the bow, so that we can tie the rubber bands on there and they'll stay in place. Same on the other end. So we're nearly ready. There we are, a few rubber bands attached. I've put a big lump of hot glue on the end of the arrow to make it safe, and cut a slot or a V-shaped nick in the other end to hold the rubber band in place. There we go. Better go and try it somewhere like the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. I've got a tin of beans at the end there. It's actually an empty tin because I've got my dinner ready for me. So what's the chances of hitting it from here? Missed. try that again, and I'll see if I can bring it up to my eye level so I can actually aim it. I think I hit it. That's about 3 meters distance. Summary time. What have we got? We've got a crossbow, rubber band powered, made from flower canes or barbecue skewers would probably have done. I've got 3 together there to give us a bit of strength for the shaft, and 2 together there for the actual bow. A piece of ballpoint pen as the guide, and a few rubber bands. The arrow, or whatever you want to call it, bolt, is again a piece of the flower cane. I put a big lump of hot glue on the end of it for safety, and cut a slot in the other end so it holds on to the rubber bands. It's quite short, so I'm not pulling the rubber bands back very far, so it's not too powerful, so it's safe to use in the house shooting at things like baked bean cans. Obviously I should talk about safety. You don't point it at anybody. It doesn't take very much power. These are quite light rubber bands to give you quite a powerful bow, so please don't get carried away with this. You could seriously injure somebody with one of these. But there you go, job done.